Hey guys, I am so excited to come and talk to you guys today. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about book writing. A lot of people want to write a book because they think that's what other people are doing, or maybe they have a story that they want to share. But I want to tell you one of the biggest and best values of book writing is that book writing is the best way to get your story and your message out to the masses. You see, in today's day and age, we have the internet, which is like amazing because you can be in Ohio and connect with somebody in Canada. You can be in Canada and connect with somebody in New Mexico. Like you can be in the United States and be talking to somebody in the United Kingdom. There's all these ways that you can reach out and connect with people. But before the internet, we were sort of limited, right, to our local area. So I like to think about when I do different seminars. When I do local seminars, I have to reach into like a small pod of people and pull out people that I think are interested in my book writing seminars. But when I do my online master classes, I'm pulling from people, from every single time zone from all over the world. And I love it. It is such a great phenomenon because it allows us to reach people. And so a lot of people don't realize the power in sharing your story or the power in writing your book. When you write your book, you are able to get that book out into the whole entire world. You don't have to be limited to just your local area or just a few people. You're able to get that message out into the world. And you can do that through different social media platforms, just anything. It's really exciting. And so when you're thinking about writing your book, or maybe you're thinking about growing your business, I want to let you know that a book is a great way to go. Because a lot of people, when they're wanting to get to know you, wanting to get to know your story or what you're about, they're asking, okay, how can I know this person? How can I know, what this person is talking about, or if they're qualified, or if they're an expert in their field. And the best way to do that is to have author behind your name. So now you're this great author and people are like, wow, I know Nicolia because Nicolia writes about personal development, or I know so-and-so because she writes about finances, or I know so-and-so because she writes about diet or healthy things. And that's great because now you can reach multiple people. And then think even further than that, people have a great way to connect with you. So let's say I read your book and I'm in Ohio. Well, now I know that I have an aunt that lives in Canada who would benefit greatly from your book. And I can share that with her. It doesn't matter the distance. It doesn't matter how far. Another reason that writing your book is a great way to get your message out is because when you write your book, you are able to put all the information together in that book, and then you're able to send it out. So you don't have to feel limited in the amount of space that you have. You don't have to feel like you're doing something right or something wrong, especially when you self-publish, because you have a lot of ability to just be yourself and just speak from yourself and your perspective. And so using a book as a tool to grow your platform or to get your name out there is such a great strategy because, again, you're not limited to your local area. You're not limited to any person necessarily. You can write a book and send it to somebody in jail. You can reach anybody with a book. And that's what I love about it so much. And that's why I've continue to write books and will continue to write books because there's so many things that you're able to get out. Also, another reason is because a lot of times when we're thinking about, let's say you're a coach or you're a mentor or something like that, when you're working with people, you're limited in what you can do with them, right? Maybe you're limited by your schedule. Maybe you're limited because they don't have money to pay you. Maybe you're limited by their schedule. The neat thing about a book is you can pack information into it and it meets people where they are. So maybe they don't have money to buy your full course, your full coaching course or program, but they'll have $9.99 or $15.99 to buy a book, right? Or maybe you really want to give value or information to a person, but they don't have time that meets your time. Maybe you guys are in different time zones, or maybe they're just having a busy schedule and it clashes with yours. Now, when you have a book, you can send that to them and they can read that on their time. Same way you can read or write on your time. It just works. A lot of people let that book idea go, or they think that it's a cool idea, but they don't even really know how actually cool it really is. Like how much there really is behind the scenes and how much of a benefit or value it would be to you to write a book. So if you're questioning whether or not you should go forward with writing a book, whether or not you should make that move or make that jump, my answer is definitely yes. And I'm not saying that because I'm a book writer or an author or I help women write books. I'm genuinely saying that because I have seen the impact that book writing has had on my life and in my business, as well as with my clients. So again, if you're questioning it, there are so many benefits. I could go on and on for days about all of the benefits, but those are some major ones. Just being able to reach people where they are, no matter what time zone, no matter what demographic, no matter what their income is, no matter what, you are able to reach people where they are and you're able to get your message out into the masses in an easy and feasible way. So I am so excited that you guys watched this video. If you are really ready to start writing your book, I am going to put some interesting stuff down in the comments below. I have a new freebie and it's called Write Your Chapters. And the reason that I'm going to put that below is because a lot of times I run into women who say that they want to write a book, but the idea of writing can become overwhelming. And I personally can understand that, because when I first started writing my book, I'm like, oh my goodness, where do I start? I have this message, but it just felt like, all this crap was tossed on the paper, but there was no order to it. There was no organization. And I don't want that for you. I want a book that when you send it out into the world, people can comprehend what you're talking about and really able to learn or grow from your story or what you're teaching them or whatever. So below, I'm going to share a link where you can sign up completely free, and you'll get it's a short training that I did, and it's called Write Your Chapters. And it teaches you how to take your idea and break it down into chapters that are feasible or in bite-sized chunks that people can interpret and now apply to their life. And now your book appeals to them because you're speaking in their language. You're speaking to them. You're breaking your topic down from something that was overwhelming to something that, is actually tangible that they can grab or bite on. So super excited for you guys to take your idea and turn it into a book and then become a best-selling author, which I think is phenomenal. So if you are ready to make that happen, you're ready to make an impact in your business, you're ready to get your story out, you're ready to be a blessing to somebody else who could benefit from your book, then now is the time. If you're not ready to make the change today, what difference will tomorrow be, or a week from now, or a month from now? It won't. You have to be willing to make the change today. And if you are, definitely check the link below. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Bye. Bye, best-selling authors.